Okay, let's see if notifications go out this time. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. Okay. I opted to try this just because at night, there's people in the house and it's not quiet. But if we don't have like maybe 10 people or so within the first 3 minutes, then I know just to end the live stream, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, I uploaded over 20 videos in the past 18 hours. So yeah, the channel is jam-packed with content from Sistas and all these other shows. So you should not be bored for the next couple days here. Obviously, tonight, Our Kind of People returns. We got The Oval, House of Pain, Assisted Living. And then tomorrow is Sistas, The Wonder Years. Thursday is Bruh. And I also think The Game comes to Paramount Plus. And I'm going to check out Queens probably over the weekend. By that time, it'll be 4 episodes total. And then Soul Santa comes on Thursday. I'll check that out over the weekend as well. So it's going to be a jam-packed week of shows and reviews. So get ready for that. But like I said, I'll give it like 4 or 5 minutes. And if nobody shows up, I'm just going to delete the live stream because I guess notifications just don't, go out. My channel's notorious for the lack of notifications because, well, I don't know why. Anybody got questions to the 2 people who are watching right now? Okay, we'll give it another minute. I don't know. Sometimes people don't come in until we're like 20 minutes in, but yeah. Yeah, I did a video on that. I might need to update the title of that video where it's like I said, Tyler Perry will finally cede some of his power. I ought to just change the title of the video to Tyler Perry is finally getting a writer's that Hollywood Reporter article. And he talked about how over the next few years, so I imagine around 2024, 2025, he's really going to like step back and take more of an overseer role than a main role at Tyler Perry Studios. No, the sun's coming out pretty bright, so I thought the shade would change. But like I said, this is not my apartment, so yeah, years. I don't think that means he's going to move slowly. I feel like he's going to just hire more writers and directors as time goes on. He even said some of his current shows, but that's the thing that makes me afraid. I know Sisters has massive fans. I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I know I might come across as somebody who hates the show, especially in my review last week, but no, I've been an episode 1 guy, and I don't really see the point of Sisters running for another 3 to 4 years. So imagine Sisters gets to season 7, and that's when Tyler Perry finally decides, you know what? I think I need to put some new writers on the show. For what? At that time, the show's dead. November 25th, I literally just posted my trailer breakdown for Ruthless because they released 2 last week, I think, like a 30-second one and then like a minute 42-second one. I just posted the extended trailer breakdown. It's like 16 minutes long because I had like over 70 screenshots I had to put together to try to break down and theorize what the trailer was going to be about. I have a love-hate relationship with the characters too. I don't hate the characters. I just hate how they're being written. That's the one thing people need to realize who feel like I'm bashing the show. Sistas is notorious for seemingly making it where the characters get some form of development, but then Tyler Perry out of nowhere makes them go back to square one. Last week is a prime example. The episode before, Andy was completely fine with Gary walking out and never coming back. Now all of a sudden she's telling Robin, well, I love him and I know we're going through a rough patch. He has a crazy ass ex, but we can work it out. He's my fiance. What's going on here? Did you enjoy All the Queen's Men? I liked it for what it was, but I'm a person who doesn't need to see that much sexual content in a show. But then again, it is a stripper show, male dancers, so you know what's going to be in there. I thought the story was all right. I don't know if it's getting a season 2. I wouldn't be surprised based off the fans, but I feel like I had more resentment towards the show because I rushed to watch it, because I watched it in its entirety within 48 hours of the show being on BET Plus. I was going to get my videos out that weekend, but I saw other YouTubers getting their videos copyright claimed. And I'm like, I'm not going to bust my hump getting all these videos out, editing and all, just like I did last night. And then I get my videos taken down, which makes no sense because from the people and I'm going to protect, I'm not going to say the names to protect the innocent, but there have been people who said that the copyright claim was like from Christian Key's company and whatnot. And they were saying how they didn't want spoilers and whatnot. First of all, the show is based on a book that's been out for a while. Secondly, most people watch content creators, they read blogs to get insight on movies and TV shows before they themselves buy a movie ticket or buy a subscription to a streaming service. What you're doing is you're missing out on free promo for YouTubers to create content reviewing the shows. I mean, there are a lot of people who tell me, you know what, your reviews are better than certain episodes of the show. Like, I don't even watch the show. I watch your reviews and things like that. So I don't think that was a good move on his part. That's why I waited like 2 weeks before I put out all my episode reviews at once. Andy drives me crazy. Yeah, I don't like Andy anymore. You have Do Queens because all found is bastard show. What? Yeah, I do plan on watching Queens over the weekend. Like, to be honest, I was thinking about taking like a 24-hour break because yesterday recorded over 20 videos. Last night edited about 20, and then I recorded another 4 this morning. Edited those and got those up. So this live stream is just a, hey, I'm still here, just not live a lot. So plus, is this the first time I've live streamed since the name change? I think I did, because I was worried to death that changing the name would mean a huge dip in like ad revenue and views, but it was just a dry spell. You know, I spoke with YouTube about it, and looking at the numbers now, we're doing good. We're getting back to normal. You have to do Queens because the only review I found is people bashing it. Let me see. Does Ashley Miller review the show? Let me check. Because I talked to a friend of mine and I said, hey, I know you're an Eve fan. Have you watched Queens? She's like, no, but I haven't watched Queens, but the people I've talked to said that they don't. It's kind of, she's heard mixed reviews. So I will check it out. And like I said, if my views for the videos do all right, then I will most likely add it to my my review list. Oh yeah, she does review Queens. Yeah, she does review Queens. I know people told me about reality shows. That's not my genre. I know the views would most likely be there, but it's not my genre. I can't get into it. Yeah, like I said, I'll check it out, and thankfully it's only a couple episodes in, so I don't feel like that'll be a huge waste of time. But it's on the Raw network. Now, that much I can agree with, just based off the synopsis in the trailer. I'm like, ABC is putting this out there. This looks more like a BET or a VH1 kind of series, not an ABC series. I know it comes on at 10 at night, but still. ABC loves canceling shows with black people. Oh, wow, that's the truth. Thankfully, the Wonder Years got an order for a full season. And like I said, I know my videos get trash numbers, but I enjoy the show, just like Assisted Living and Bruh. My videos might not get the best views, but they're bite-sized entertainment. I could just sit back, watch the show, and do a review, and that's it. You should see how Queens is review. Yeah, look, like I said, Iron Panther presents. Yeah, I just found their channel a couple weeks ago, around the time All the Queen's Men was, or it was sometime last month, I believe. I hope Our Kind of People doesn't get canceled. Me too. I think it's a good show. I can't. It just hasn't found its audience. I think it's probably on the wrong network, hence why the ratings aren't that great. I'm trying to get some money together because a lot of stores are already doing early Black Friday sales, but I'm kind of pressed for cash at the moment because I had to pay property taxes and internet to update it so I can actually do live streams now. And I had to and plus what I hate about these kind of products is I feel like both my iPod and laptop are beginning to mess up. So I'm like, I know, has it been like 2 years since I got this stuff already? Because you know how it is, like every couple of years you need to update. It always happens at the worst time. So I need to sort through cards and put them on eBay to make some fast money. This is crazy. I just binge older shows that really takes me back. Yeah. Amazon Prime. Or ABC. Yeah. I mean, Our Kind of People doesn't seem like too much of a raunchy show, so I think it will probably do well on ABC. But then again, you know how they cancel black shows. Yeah, OWN needs to do something. I don't know if OWN, like, I haven't heard squat about Delilah season 2. Part of me doesn't think it's going to happen just because ratings were just awful during season 1. Cherish the Day is supposed to have a season 2, but I've heard no news about filming whatsoever. At this point, I've just given up on the Greenleaf spinoff. I just feel like it's not going to happen because, with Discovery buying so much more stock in OWN, they pretty much own it, no pun intended. OWN renewed all rise. Look, I want to be honest. I think I've even unsubscribed from the OWN YouTube channel. As soon as the haves and the have-nots was over, I just left. Like, there's no reason for me to stay subscribed to their channel and then get like notifications in my subscription box of all these shows I don't even watch. So I'll pretty much all of that. So there we go. What else we got? Oh, yeah. I unsubscribed from OWN. I had to double check just to make sure. But yeah, I unsubscribed a while ago. What, it's been like 4 months now? Warner Media already bought Discovery. Well, dang. I know if you're a Queen Sugar fan, you watch OWN, but if you're not, then I don't know what you do with it. I don't know. Yeah, just scrolling, I see the same old shows: Family or Finance, Queen Sugar, Love and Marriage. Yeah, like I said, it's been so long since I've even tried to scroll through this thing. So, beats me. Karen just needs to fire Pam, hence why I did all those videos last night. Look, I know some people just, I read the comments. Some people, I know one person like, you know what? I feel like just cursing Jeremy out because he just made this video out of hate. No, the episode was trash. It really was. It really was. Winner Vice President. I don't know what episode. I just know they're supposed to be coming soon. Like I did the Priscilla video. I just do not like the route they're taking with the character now. I just don't. It's an interesting concept. I just don't think the execution is done in a way that makes me intrigued. I'm just more annoyed by Priscilla than anything else, which is a damn shame because her acting is amazing. But the character, I just am not feeling Priscilla at all. Holidays coming up. Like, thankfully, I found these in Dollar General a couple of days ago, so I'm happy about that. I bought me 3 boxes. Well, I gave my mom 1, and I just ate 2 out of this box today, so happy about that. But like I said, just trying to get money together for the holidays. I always feel like all Tyler Perry shows don't have dialogue to me. Have a dialogue. Yeah, some people have said that about Our Kind of People, but I don't feel the same way. To me, Our Kind of People is just a breath of fresh air. I think because it's so fast-paced compared to Tyler Perry shows, that's why I feel, drawn to it compared to everything else. But I don't really do theory videos just because it doesn't seem relevant, since the show, it has mysteries, but I feel like it's kind of in your face to what's going to happen next. Sure, there might be some twists and turns, but I think that because the videos don't do super well on the channel, that's part of the reason I don't do like specific videos outside of episode reviews and trailer breakdowns. But there's only 6 episodes left after tonight because season 1 will only have 12 episodes total, and it's up in the air if they'll get a renewal. So there's that aspect of it. Adulting sucks. I want to be a kid again. Yeah. I just like buying what I want. It's just a getting money together thing. So, oh man. At least we got more people on here than when we started out. So if you check the top chat, I pinned it. I do have the Cash App up there if you want to send something my way. Not mandatory, but I just put it there because, well, I did. I've seen the second family in the opening sequence. They're a picture before the big picture. Yeah, they're added towards the end. I just don't know what episode they'll be appearing in, sadly. Feels like we're running out of time. Gotta get yours. I'm not going to lie. I think within 12 hours of the Zatima spinoff, I was scared to death because about 5 people sent me the article about the spinoff, and I just jumped the gun because the source, Murphy's Multiverse, has been pretty reliable since I've been doing the YouTube game. But then I started sweating bullets for 2 reasons, because I'm like, wait a minute, what about Deadline and TV Line? Why haven't they said anything about it? And then the fact that my photos on Instagram blew up with hundreds of likes, even from various cast members of other shows. And my damn tweet where I just tweeted the article, that got over almost like 300 retweets. And I'm like, oh crap. Like, what if it turns out it's not true? I'm so screwed. But the fact that the videos and the article, like Murphy's Universe hit me up and was like, yo, thanks for sharing the article, because initially it only had like maybe 1,000 or so hits, but after you put it out there and it blew up, it's gotten over like 21,000 hits. I'm like, oh shit. So, but then again, we talked about it and it's legit. Like, as soon as they put out like the casting info of when they'll be filming it, and the fact Tyler Perry mentioned in the Hollywood Reporter article that he did write 10 episodes for a new series, yeah, I could sleep a little bit better. But I feel like I won't be fully comfortable until Deadline or TV Line put it out there, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm just thinking, because of all the attention the spinoff has gotten through me and other sources, nobody's come out to squash it yet. So given that nobody said anything, I really do think it's safe to say it is legit. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Fox never gives a show a chance. I felt House of Pain eats the whole family. Jasmine's not there. I get why China Ann doesn't want to be on. You mean House of Pain or Hollywood in general? I've seen quite a few comments questioning that website. Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh shit. But I mean, I've utilized their source for multiple things before, and they've been right. And I'm just sitting here like, but then again, I don't really think it's as popular as the TV line or Deadline. But like I said, I'm very intrigued because remember the video I shared, Devel, aka Zach, he shared it for the Tyler Perry Studios tour while he was filming season 4. And I posted that in my community tab, and I even tweeted it out. All I said was, if I ever get the chance to go to TPS, I want Zach to give the tour. And strangely enough, he took the video down. And I'm like, okay, because like he said, hey, I can't show you certain things. I'm just going to give you a history of the studio. I want to show you my dressing room, but that's it. However, there was the part where he went to the pharmacy and you had Andy and you had Fatima, and people have been asking questions. Hence the video I did about if Fatima is going to be pregnant in season 4. So one has to wonder, did he take it down due to certain spoilers or clues people can get from that? Thankfully, the fan base sent me the video because people have downloaded it and I had it for context. Although it does say exclusive, yes. And I've checked multiple articles and dates from different exclusives that Murphy's Multiverse has put out there, and they have been legit. So, like the character descriptions for the Zatima spinoff, 5 other sources had other sources with the same intel, and they all line up. So, yeah, if the Zatima spinoff isn't real, oops. But if it is, haha. So there you go. I don't know that the guy who played Preston was half black. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's biracial. But Preston is 100% white, but Trinity Whiteside is biracial. Yes. Feels like we're running out of time. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Because I'm excited. Look, the thing about it is, like I said, if the Zatima spinoff happens and it does well, I wonder if this means Tyler Perry will take time to give us, short season finales. I mean, series finales, like If Loving You Is Wrong, Have and Have Nots, because I'm really thinking with Tyler taking more of an overseer role and allowing other people to do various projects, even some of his current ones, that will probably give Tyler Perry time to just sit back and take his time to write different things. Oh my God, because I saw some picture on Twitter and he said he looked mixed. That's how I found out. Yeah, he said in the TV line interview too, his character too much. Yeah, I think Maurice needs to tone it down. Alex was something else. Yeah, I was actually on YouTube last night, and in my recommended clips, recommended videos, was the scene from If Loving You Is Wrong in the tool shed when Alex and Randall talk about the game night. And I thought, look, the Zatima scenes were hot, but Randall and Alex in that shed, If Loving You Is Wrong, pushed the envelope. And I'm like, yeah, they were kind of the originators. I mean, Have and Have Nots had some hot scenes too, but If Loving You Is Wrong, no pun intended, really went in. Maurice was working me. He was still calling that dude. Well, no, Q called him. I was a bit annoyed about that scene. That was hot. Yeah, the Randall and Alex stuff was top notch. Even when what was it? Didn't Randall walk in on or was it Alex? Who walked in on Marcy and Brad? Or did they have the video footage and then Brad sent that to Randall in the hospital and Brad beat his ass easily? Don't tell me that woman is Hayden's sister or something. Hope not. Hope not. He just said I put in a backup offer, but it looks like Zach is finally going to tell him off. So I know Chris Warren, aka Hayden, he doesn't post too much on social media, so I don't know if he's in season 4 or not. We'll have to wait and see. Randall, yeah. Maybe I should do an Instagram live after this just to show my face since it's been a while. Right, go to. Oh, I'm in the mood for a nap, to be honest, after all these videos. Randall's wife was pissed off. Yeah. Kelly's home. I ain't gonna lie, like I hated paying rent, but I miss the apartment room so bad just because of the acoustics. I had more space. If you can't see this side of the room, it's messy as I don't know what. I thought Randall walked in on Marcy and Brad while they were in the shed. Look, I honestly don't. I know somebody did. I know Brad video messaged the video to his phone, but I forgot who walked in on him. I honestly forgot. I remember Chris, who played Zeke. Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw him, like, this dude looks familiar. Then I'm like, creme brulee? Bet on it. I'm ready for Ruthless, but yeah, I'm not watching it on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I'm chilling. Like, you'll get the reviews like the last week of November, but I am not watching them on Thanksgiving. I'm telling you that right now. Like, that's 3 episodes. I need to chill. The nickname story. Oh. Peppa. Never found out who the baby daddy was. One of the most unforgivable things in Tyler Perry media. So there was that. All right, guys. I'll take a couple more questions. Hit the thumbs up button. Maybe you need right. What? Oh yeah. In regards to the video I did about how to be an actor at Tyler Perry Studios, I checked their website again, and the only way to contact them is through the phone, and I don't really like calling them because the last time I called, they were rude. That was like a year and a half ago, but no. When is Medea Homecoming coming? Okay, maybe I'll call today, but I don't really think it's going to do any good. I don't know. Look, I just reposted the Actors Access website, so I don't know. What would you do if somebody threw some keys at you and hit you in the face? Oh, are you talking about when Karen pulled out the knife? That meme I made? It was a joke. What would you do if somebody threw keys at you and hit you in the face? First of all, it depends on the circumstance. Was I watching them throw the keys at me and I didn't duck, or was I just minding my own business and they threw the keys at me? What if Ian was the daddy or Tyler Perry? When is Medea's Homecoming? I think it's like spring of 2022. I'm curious about the Mabel series. It's supposed to be on Showtime. We haven't heard anything about that, and I was curious about who would be playing young Mabel. The Oval are having that. I honestly don't know. Would I pull a knife on somebody? Like I said, it depends on the situation. Like, if it's malicious, like, did they intend to hurt me? Because I just don't know. I know that Karen was just fed up, but I feel like Karen is a bit of an extremist compared to Zach. Like, for example, I don't think any amount of sincerity could ever take away from when Karen just went off on Zach while they were on that plane. I just cannot forgive that. That was just way too much. You got the man arrested without having solid evidence, and you were wrong. Literally, he saved your life I mean, why would the man take a knife for you and then you think he would steal your credit card? I feel like, look, I've never said Zach hasn't made mistakes. I've had plenty of videos where I've mentioned that, but I think Karen has definitely been a horrible person to Zach on multiple occasions. Who would win in the verses, R. Kelly or Chris Brown? R. Kelly. Chris Brown, he has hits, but I don't think Chris Brown has like one complete body of work that's amazing from start to finish. I think that Fame is a great album, but it's not like I'll put the entire thing on. I loved Exclusive. Was that the second album? You got the self-titled, I think it was called Exclusive, and then you had the Forever edition. You had the one where that's the one with like Wall to Wall, Take You Down, With You, which is probably my favorite Chris Brown song, but I don't know. I think R. Kelly got it. I just watched WDIGM and can you tell me what that WDIGM? What did I get? I don't know. Who's playing Young Mabel? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with the Mabel series. I'm very curious to see who's playing who when it's coming out. Why Did I Get Married? Yeah, I have not watched that excuse me. I have not watched or thought about that movie in a while. What about the third one? I thought they were doing the third one, Tyler Perry. I feel like he probably filmed it and then it's going to sit on a shelf for 2 years. Hayden is so unlikable. If you watch Bruh, I wonder if Mike got his drugs from him. What have you done for me lately? Oh, yeah, Sister Act. That's right, because Tyler Perry is producer, but he's not the writer for that movie. Sister Act 3. LOL, stop it. Ooh, yeah. Y'all got ladybugs where y'all live at. That's one thing I miss about Lynchburg. We didn't have stink bugs. We didn't have ladybugs down here. Swarms of ladybugs. But I'd rather take ladybugs over stink bugs. I even bought like this concoction off Amazon. It's like spray for like beetles and ladybugs, but it's not coming until next week, unfortunately. But apparently it's very effective. You only need to spray it once, and then that's it. Favorite Janet song? Oh, yeah. First of all, aren't they coming out with this documentary about Nipplegate, the Super Bowl thing? Unless they're using it to clear Janet's reputation, I don't want to see it. Either All For You or When I See You Again. Is that? No. Everywhere I Go, every song I see, something, You Are There, Staring Back at Me. That's probably like my favorite. No, I haven't seen Color Girls. The dude Greg is talking to on Bruh is a trans woman, so that's why she didn't want to take her clothes off. I did not know that she was trans until I went on Instagram, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm wondering where this storyline is going to go. Like, will Darla Grills be a woman or a transgender woman? And I was thinking the same thing after my review, because I had forgotten that the actress is a trans woman. So I did not consider that when I was video. So there you go. But yeah, I wonder what that's going to do for the, is Greg going to just not want to see her or what? But I have a rebuttal for that. Now, if Darla didn't want to take her clothes off because she's trans and Greg would find out, that means she would be hurt because he wouldn't want to see her. But she also said the night before that she wanted to have sex, but she knew it wouldn't be the right thing to do right now since they just met each other. So I don't know what the plan is long term. I don't want to see no transphobic storyline. I don't know how Tyler Perry is going to write it, but I will say this much. Look at the homophobic storyline of Veronica and the haves and the have-nots. I'm just putting that out there. And plus, Bruh is a show that really tackles real world stuff. And nowadays, and I'm not trying to say anything controversial, but it's true. You don't know who you're talking to sometimes. Like sometimes the person you are talking to might be of the LGBTQ community, but you don't know it in regards to being a transgender individual. So that is something to consider, which I feel like will make for an interesting storyline. It depends. Let me put it this way. The way Mike and Bill irks me, Miss Alice do too much. I feel, and I don't want to jinx it, I feel like Miss Alice has been relatively tame so far during the back half of season 2, and I hope it stays that way. Mike and Bill. Mike, at least they're doing something with his story that is realistic. Bill, I feel like, has been written to be so infuriating because I feel like he is the worst representation of an indecisive guy. Like, say what you will about Sabrina, and I've said a lot, but I wouldn't even say that Sabrina would go as far. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sabrina's done some underhanded stuff to Calvin, but Bill literally ruined Regina's wedding. He was the one who proposed, and now he's like, I don't want to get married. The Janet Lifetime. Oh yeah, well, see, that's a Janet Lifetime movie. I think there's a Super Bowl. There's a special that's solely dedicated to the Super Bowl situation. It's only probably been 2 days in Tyler Perry World. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if they don't find, oh yeah, Lilo's body is supposed to be in the trunk of the car, if I remember correctly. I love the Wonder Years. It's dope. Yeah, I like it. It's just, good fun. Lifetime movies always have those recycled sororities and stalking. I like Queens as well. Well, I will let you know what I think of the show as soon as I watch it later this week. What do you got? Can you review P Valley? Nope. I'm sorry, but all the Queens men just spoiled like the stripper genre for me. Like, I'm not really into it like that. So yeah. Isn't Tyler Lepley supposed to be in another show coming up? I know he posted about it recently. I haven't really looked at all the previews yet, but any other questions? Anything else before I wrap up? And like I said, I might make a short appearance on Instagram if I'm up for it. Then I might take a nap myself because I can't believe it's already past 2:00. Yeah, he's in the new show. Yeah, I'm always glad when the cast are doing well. Like Angela Robinson is Billie Holiday. It's great that we're seeing some of them going back to the old. Jeffrey, he's on a CW show, Roswell, New Mexico. I think Marcy from If Loving You Is Wrong is on there too. Tinka Sumner, doing her thing. Yeah. Is the Zatima spinoff real? I talked about that about 10 minutes ago. If it isn't real, oops, I messed up. But I'm just surprised that by now nobody said that it isn't real, given how big the posts I've made about it have gotten. Like, I am so confused because Fatima follows me on Twitter. I don't know if she follows me on Instagram. We chatted. Like, there are some casts that I talked to, like when the shows first came out, but when the show blew up, the communication isn't what it was before. It's like when a person gets to a certain level, its ability isn't quite what it was before. So, you know, I've been a fan of Tinka since she played Layla. Yeah, and like the house thing, like that was one of my big things I would do. I would have that iPad plan where I'd have a room solely dedicated to the YouTube stuff, and I would probably be having more interviews than I would actual like reviews and stuff. Like, I feel like that would be the best thing I could do. I would have had a schedule set up, like once a week I would have like, oh, here's an interview with this character, that character. Even have nots people. I would have people from past shows come up here to talk. But I know that a lot of times you could just like sit in front of a door and whatnot, but I got chip paint on the walls and raggedy shade here in my old room, so I don't have that confidence I did and when I had it as I had in the apartment, just because my surroundings aren't as nice and my resources are limited. Like, remember, I said earlier how much I had to like just pay HughesNet and talk to the cable company to increase the download speed and get this and that ready so I can watch the shows live, and I can even do live streams every now and then. So can't really do anything about that. We have ladybugs where I live, just cross. Yeah, they're actually swarming outside. Even some of Sisters cast like my stuff and retweeting me. Yeah, some of them like I talk to, like some of them are online more than others. Like KJ, I remember way back at the beginning of like the show, my goodness, we would talk all the time. Now it's kind of like a once in a blue moon thing. But the one thing I do love is like it's like an old friend. Like, you haven't talked in months, but you pick up where you left off. Can you interview Crystal? You talking about Fatima or Crystal Lee? I don't know. Even some of the sisters. Oh yeah, I said they are agreeing with me. Oh yeah, on Twitter and whatnot. Yeah, if you're live tweeting, I think the ones that interact with me the most on Twitter would have to be Sabrina and Fatima, and occasionally Zach does too. Especially if I say anything in defense of Zach, and he's like, "Yeah." So I've been watching Dukes of Hazzard yesterday. Yeah, I grew up on the show. I know that show is controversial now, but look, there's a lot of stuff I grew up with, so I don't really know how to just erase it. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. I always wanted to drive the car, so just a good old boy. Any other questions before we wrap up here? John played that dude too. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Well, if nothing else, thanks to those who did come out to talk, and maybe I'll do this again at some point, maybe later this week. We shall see. And with that being said, check out the content. Like I said, there are over There's probably close to like 25 new videos on the channel as of yesterday evening. So take your time and watch them. I'm going to definitely do a vocal rest after today, that's for sure. Because so are you going to wait on your co-hosting thing with Ashton? Yeah, I gotta wait on a lot of stuff because stuff just ain't working right around here. It really isn't. Land issues, 1 minute I pay almost $2,000 to stake the land. What is surveying the land where the house would go? Then I found out, oh, actually, the person whose name is on the paperwork for the deed of the land, since they're like 30 years dead, nobody updated it. So now my mom would have to talk to the 16 other people who own a stake in the land. And while 10 of them said they would just give it over for free, you got some assholes who don't pay property taxes, didn't know the land was still here, and now they want to say no. So I either had to pay $32,000 to buy almost 40 acres of land or just find someplace else to live. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but I'm working through it. So I would have loved to do the Ashley Miller review. Ruthless TV, I love her channel too. She is like one of the prime YouTubers for specifically oval and ruthless content. And yeah, I mean, that was one of my biggest things I was hoping for in the YouTube room I would have had. And that would have been collaborating more as opposed to just doing everything myself. Like, that doesn't mean I wouldn't be editing and whatnot, but I mean, I would have not just interviews with cast, but other fans / YouTubers to really spice things up. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next video. I don't know when I'm going live again. Maybe later this week if there's nobody here. That way it's quiet. And after the shows are gone, that we would have more like recent things to talk about. But yeah, that's it. Check out all the content I just uploaded from Our Kind of People, House of Pain, Ruthless, Sistas, Queens, a lot of stuff. All right, guys, let me find this button to end it, and I'm out of here.